Hello, BMTA fans, and welcome to show number 2 here tonight in Dresden, Germany for the final event of International Series of the International Series. We finally claim our International Series champion here tonight. We're going to start here in just a few seconds. We are 3 minutes behind schedule. We're going to start here in just a minute, a few minutes. Alright, BMTA fans, it's time to kick off our second event here tonight. Starting out first here for racing. It's going to be Charlie Pauken and the Gravedigger taking on Brandon Arthur and Earthshaker. As Charlie Pauken moves up to the line. BMT fans, we have a little issues on the side on the track here. Well, outside of the track here. Seems like we forgot to pull up the timing system. Alright, we got it up. We're gonna get staged again. Waiting for the green. DNF for Charlie Pauken. It's gonna do it for Charlie Pauken here tonight. It's DNF. So Earthshaker will automatically move on. We're still gonna give Earthshaker a race though. Getting our next driver on the track here. Well, next pairing here. Here he comes. Here comes Brandon Arthur and Earthshaker. Ripping up to the line here. Let's see if he can get it here tonight. This is lined up. And timer did not go. Restaging. Staged, restaged, waiting for green. Brandon Arthur is off. Final turn here. A 13.911. Whoa. We're not going to continue that sentence. Nor are we going to say that sentence again. But gonna get the next race underway. Coming up next, we got JCB Digatron taking on zombies. Taking on zombie Joe Dennis here tonight. Let's see if Joe Dennis can go 2 for 2 here tonight. That's a very good question if Joe Dennis can go 2 for 2 here tonight. Also, testing the volume for you guys, so I don't have to keep whispering this entire time. Because we're going to wait on Joe Dennis to get on the track here. We're getting zombie on the track. Alright, BMTA fans. Alright, we got Joe Dennis on the track. We're going to start it off with Tony Ochs and JCB Digatron. As Tony lines up to the track, up to the line. Tony is off. Around the last turn here. Oh my god. That might just cut Tony out the race entirely. Let's hear it for Tony Ochs and JCB Digatron. What a crazy ending to their run. The time for Tony Ochs is a 16.363. I'm gonna pull Tony Ochs into the back because I don't think he's gonna be able to go to skills challenge here tonight. Alright, BMTA fans. Getting Joe Dennis on the track here. Your racing winner from last night. Let's see if he can pull it off again here. Joe Dennis locking in again here. It's a 13.403. Again, a 13.403. We'll move on to their other side of the bracket here. Oops, I just saw y'all. See that? My bad, BMTA fans. It's gonna be Chelsea VanCleave, Sparkle Smash, taking on our next race is gonna be Chelsea VanCleave and Sparkle Smash taking on Peter Nyman. Here comes Peter Nyman on the track right now. As Peter's on the track, waiting for the green. A 14.1 on the dot. Getting 14.10 on the dot. really fast time, honestly. Now, BMTA fans, we do have an Instagram that I recently leaked in the description of this event. Actually, I haven't even leaked that yet. My bad, BMTA fans. I will be leaking. I will be trying to put out my Instagram where you can find some results. Actually, I'm not gonna leak it. Sorry, no. I'm not gonna leak it. Hang on, BMTA fans. Um, Hold on, BMTA fans. Sorry, having to type this in real quick on my phone. Get right into the next race here. Here comes Chelsea VanCleave in Sparkle Smash. She's lining up. Waiting for green. A DNF for Chelsea VanCleave. So Loco moves on to semifinal round here of racing. Yeah, this event doesn't feel that exciting. I don't know why, but I feel like it would have been way more exciting earlier. The next race coming up here is going to be Geneva, Keller, and ThunderROARus taking on Megalodon's Mike Vaters II. Here comes Mike Vaters II out on the track. It's a pretty interesting racing style, I will say. as you're getting ready for he's off the line. The time's a 15.132. Again, a 15.132. Getting Geneva Keller on the track right now. Here she comes on the track. Lined up. We're waiting for green. That is going to be a major time flaw for her. Almost rolled the truck over. She too rolls the truck over. The time is a 16.745. Megalodon moves on, comes over. Also got some news that Earthshaker will not be able to make it out here tonight. So, for racing, for semifinal round, so Mazami will automatically move on. So a DNC for Earthshaker. So we're going to instantly to a single final round race we have. Got Mike Vaters II and Megalodon taking on Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. As we get it ready to go to the line here. Waiting for green. Mike Vaters is off. Final turn here. The time for Mike Vaters II in Megalodon is a 13.470. 13.470. Getting our last driver out here tonight. Here comes Peter Nyman in the El Toro Loco. As he's lining up to the line. He's staged, waiting for green. Nope. Waiting for green again. And the final turn. The time for Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco is a It's a 14.382. So moving on to the final round here, racing will be Megalodons. Mike Waters a second. He's going to be taking on Joe Dennis and Zombie. Alright, we got the final two on the track here. Mike Vaters will start off here. So he's lined up to the line, waiting for the green. He's off. The time for Mike Waters II and Megalodon is a 15.739. Alright, Joe Dennis is up next. Here in Zombie. Last night's racing winner in the finals again here tonight. As we're waiting for the green. A 14.420. Your winner here in racing is Joe Dennis in Zombie again. Congratulations to Zombie once again, taking the win here tonight. We'll be back here for Two Wheel Skills in just a moment. Alright, BMTA fans, it's time to get into the two-wheel skills challenge here tonight. Coming out first here for the two-wheel skills challenge, it will be Geneva Keller and ThunderROARus. We're gonna get her on the track here right now. Let's get ready for the final event of the two-wheel skills challenge here tonight. Alright, let's get Geneva Keller on the track here. We have some new objects from a mod that was released on Beam Monsters. We even had one on the racing lane. Just a nosily off the racing lane. She's gonna walk it back up. Combinates into a wheelie. You love to see that. Sorry, excuse me. On, sorry. Alright, there we go. Getting ready for our final hit here. Going for another nose wheelie. Let's hear it for Geneva Keller and ThunderROARus. Having a great two-wheel skills run here. Scores are coming in for Geneva Keller. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Sorry about that, BMTA fans. Geneva Keller and ThunderROARus is going to get a 12 and an 11. 23 for Geneva Keller. ThunderROARus. Coming on next. Here comes Chelsea VanCleave. Sparkle Smash. Alright, BMTA fans, let's get her on the track. She's ready. Ready to throw down an event here tonight on the final event with the most sloppy racing competition. Let's see what she can do out here tonight here. Lining up for the Morgan backflip. Looks she's gonna do a tombstone. That's exactly what she's doing. Oh, God. Can she save it? Yes, she can. She combos it into a wheelie. Looks like she lost all front right to front right power. Power from the to the front right wheel. Sorry. Geneva. So Geneva is gonna try. She's trying to go over it. That won't count as a hit. Goes for a wheelie. Let's hear it for Chelsea VanCleave. Sparkle Smash. Scores are coming in for Chelsea VanCleave and Sparkle Smash. Score for Chelsea VanCleave is a 13 and a 11. Nope, and a 12. That's a 25 for Chelsea VanCleave. Tony Ochs will not be able to come out here tonight, so he gets a 0. So DNC did not compete because the truck's still broken. Tony Ochs having the worst night he's ever had here tonight. The worst night he's ever had. We're gonna get into the next truck here tonight, because coming up next, here comes Charlie Pauken in the Gravedigger. Now, BMTA fans, we know how Charlie Pauken is in the two-wheel skills challenge. This is his prime area here. Here he comes on the track right now. Charlie Pauken really wants to use these little poppers as much as he can, because these are probably the only time they were seen here was in this event. Primarily, as Charlie Pauken walks it down the racing lane, tries to walk it down, and while walking it back up, oh no! Oh no! The tire rips off the rear. Charlie Pauken having the worst end to his two-wheel skills. Give this man some claps, man. He tried his best. Scores are going to be an 11 and a 7. That's an 18 for Charlie Pauken. Coming on next, here comes Peter Nyman in El Toro Loco. Here comes Peter Nyman in El Toro Loco. Going for a popper. Great first move. Going for his final one. Oh. We're going to move that back into placement here, BMTA fans. Hold on here just a minute. There we go. Here, I mean, these drivers really need to be careful when going for these jumps. Seems like some engine issues here for Peter Nyman. Couldn't even get the two wheels on the track. So it's gonna be a 7 and a 4. So it'll be an 11 for for Peter Nyman. Brandon Arthur is still having some decent issues, so he will not able to compete here tonight. Poor Peter Nyman. Not Peter Nyman, I mean Brandon Arthur. We got 2 more trucks left here. Sad day that some of these trucks will not be able to compete out here tonight. So 2 out of the 8 will not be able to compete out here tonight. So there's 6 trucks that are able to compete out here tonight. So you already know the drill. Earthshaker and JCB Digatron will not be able to compete out here tonight due to some issues. Can you blame them? No. It's the truck's fault. Can't blame the driver when it's the truck's fault. And coming out next, here comes Mike Fathers II and Megalodon. Can he save it? Momentum, bring him back. Yes, he can. Still has 1 more hit remaining. The truck hikes up. He doesn't get the second hit. Cars are coming in. It's an 8 and a 3. It's a 10. It's an 11 again. Last truck up. Here comes Joe Dennis and Zombie. This event is the worst one I've ever seen and ever hosted here on this channel. I have seen bad events. This is horrible. For a finale, this is horrible. Every other event has had a great ending. International series just had the worst one. It really sucks to see this tonight. Because this event has been on a roll, and now look at it. Here comes Joe Dennis and Zombie for the final time here in the 2 Wheels Heels Challenge. Going for a nose wheelie here. Now chat. He knows how to now. Here's the thing. Joe Dennis knows how to operate this truck in 2 Wheel Skills now. He's been very locked in on it. Is he going a moonwalk on 1 wheel? That's attempt number 1. That's hit number 1. Got 1 more left. Looks like he's also going to do the same attempt here. Tries to go for the same move, but can't quite get it there. Everybody give it up for Joe Dennis and Zombie for his incredible attempt here. It's a 15 and a 12. 27. He takes the two-wheel skills win here again. Fitness repeating last night. Repeating this afternoon. Once again. Now. Alright, BMTA fans, let's get into the freestyle competition here tonight in a few minutes. We're going to halftime. Alright, BMT fans, it's time to get into freestyle here tonight. Coming up first here for freestyle is Chelsea VanCleave in Sparkle Smash. Let's see what she's got here tonight. Start off the run with some decent air. It's a little bit slow start, but he's getting the air now. $50 left on the clock. Oh no! Oh dear. Holy, that is a very bad crash. Everybody, let's hear it for Chelsea VanCleave and Sparkle Smash. We're now 12 and an 11. That's a 23. Chelsea VanCleave. And our next driver out here on the track. Coming up next, here comes Mike Vaters the second, or Mike Vaters Jr. in Megalodon. Oh, there you go. Here he comes on the track right now. Oh, he's gonna start off by sending Megalodon in the air. Look at that air. Going for his classic crab moonwalk. And that's gonna wait. Nope, that is gonna do it. There from Mike Vaters Jr. That's gonna do it. Oh dear. Scores are coming in here from Mike. It's gonna be a 11 and an 11. That's a 22 for Mike Vaters the second. Also getting word that Geneva Keller's truck being severely damaged after the racing two skills competition. Found out that it's a little bit more damaged than we thought it was. Something in the truck was broken. We can't get it out in time, so she's not gonna be able to come out here tonight. This is a very sad event. 3 trucks not being able to come out here tonight. We have 3 trucks remaining on this freestyle competition, and it started to rain again. So BMTA fans, sorry that this event has not been what you guys wanted, but this is the show we get. Again, we got War Finals coming up. Hopefully that's better than this. And here comes Peter Nyman and Toro Loco. They got his truck fixed out here, freestyle. The measuring issues fixed up. It's raining even when it's daytime out. It's a massive air there. He saves the truck. Run around. Massive air off the racing lane. This entire event has been a hit or miss. The first event was definitely a hit. The second event is definitely a miss. But some of this freestyle drivers seemingly being worth the time. Like Peter Nyman actually getting a decent freestyle, major wow factors and saves. I said something too soon. That is going to do it for El Toro Loco. Peter Nyman. Scores are coming in for Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. It's a 14 and a 12. That's a 26 for Peter Nyman. Taking a good lead here. Again, a 26. This event has been... Alright, BMTA fans, scores are in. Since he's the leader here in restart competition. Yeah, 2 more trucks remaining already. This event, I'm marking this down as the worst event of the season. The same 2 drivers, same driver won skills again in racing again. I mean, I'm not complaining, but this event has been overall horrible. But here comes Charlie Pauken. Hopefully, the turn the tables of this event. Started off the run with some decent air. Going sideways. This might just do it. Yeah, I'm sorry, BMTA fans. This is not the best event. This is a horrible. This has been a bad event, and we already have one truck left. I am like sorry that this has gone on for this far. Like, ugh. Don't even get me started how bad this event is. This was horrible. Still got the final truck coming out next here. Here comes Joe Dennison Zombie. Bro's most likely gonna get the win. He's the only one that's literally had the best event so far. Everyone else has just had their worst event. Some nice air off the jammer. So far, Joe Dennis is actually giving the fans, and they're loving it. That is going to do it for Joe Dennis and Zombie. Another broken truck to add to the roster. Scores are coming in here. The 28 for Joe Dennis and Zombie. Of course, he takes the win here. Joe Dennis takes the win here in freestyle. Again. It's been so bad. I am honestly sorry about this. BMTA fans. Joe Dennis sweeps another event. This is just the only reason Joe Dennis completely swept this last event is because how bad it was. So BMTA fans, I again majorly sorry. Congratulations to Zombie for sweeping here tonight again. Holy, this has been the because holy Now we're gonna claim our overall event champ. Well, we claimed our overall event champion. Now we're gonna claim our series champion here tonight. I am incredibly sorry how bad this event has been. I'm terribly, terribly sorry. So, we're gonna claim our series champion on the worst note. We're gonna add up Gravedigger scores. It's a 120 plus 16, so 118. 89 plus 15, that's 104. El Toro Loco, 105. El Toro Loco takes second place here for the final event. We're going to give a +4 to Megalodon. So that's 6. So that goes to third place. That goes to second place. $97. Oh, whoops. We're gonna add his previous score. So Earthshaker's previous score, 81 plus 8. So adding 9. So 98 for, actually no, correction, we're gonna add 10 for him. So 104, 105 actually. So we're adding that up to 105. The event, final events here take their best shit. 73 plus 24. Plus 2 wins, so that's 10. Minus 2. 105 for Joe Dennis. $72 plus 5. 77 plus 8. 85. 58 plus a no 7. Adding a 9 to that. That's a 74. So, for my conclusion, your series points champion here tonight is Charlie Pauken and Gravedigger. Takes home. Takes it. Takes home the series championship here tonight. Congratulations, Charlie Pauken. On the lowest note of a possible event ever. BMTA fans, it's been another wild ride. I'm sorry that this event was totally just crap. I will see you guys all in the World Finals next weekend. Not the weekend coming up, the weekend after. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.